Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning, Judge. I'm here on Ricardo Vargas, Narcissus, Narces.
Is it under Vargas? Yes, I see it. Yeah. Okay.
Page 24.
What would you like to do?
Thank you, Judge. We're asking to roll this till Monday. My client's getting his interlock literally right now in his appointment. The supervision order's already been submitted by the state, I believe. She just told me that a few seconds ago.
Can I sign it or you want me to wait, Morgan, since he doesn't have the interlock yet? Yeah, I think that we're talking about Vargas. He's getting his interlock today, but you guys, did you submit a PTI order already?
I was told to
Hold it, right?
delete that and hold it till Monday.
Yeah, okay.
because we need
Then,
proof of that.
yeah, we'll do that. All right.
And that's all we plan to do. We'll have it ready, Judge. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Morning, Judge. I'm approaching on a bond violation for Mr. Lazo Morphine, Lazo. He's here in the translator is here, Judge.
Okay. Lori, why are you still here? Just go. I'll call you if he shows. I mean, it's 11:45. What's the last name? Oh, I'll call you if he shows.
Morphine.
Why are you here?
Tengo corte hoy.
I have court today.
No kidding.
De veras.
You don't say. ¿Por qué también estás aquí, señor Lazo?
Nomás porque te
Just because I have
Court.
court.
You have a bond violation.
Violación de su fianza.
They are telling me
Me
that you are tampering with your scram device.
programa el grillete.
Specifically at
Específicamente,
1 in the morning on
1 de la mañana,
October 15th.
el 15 de
Judge,
octubre.
with that,
Pues con
there's not very much
eso no
information
hay mucha
listed on that PR. I looked further
información.
into it. The tamper lasted a duration of 25 hours and
Duró
51
25 horas y
minutes.
51
And alcohol was
minutos y
detected,
alcohol fue
but could not
detectado,
be
pero no
confirmed
pudo ser
on that
confirmado.
tamper as well.
Ese caso de manipulación también.
What they're telling me is that
Okay,
you
I'm
tampered with the
understanding
device for about 25 hours
5 horas.
and alcohol was detected during that time.
yo ni siquiera he movido el aparato y el alcohol no he tomado nada.
I haven't even moved
No
the
drink
device and
No, they're
I
telling
didn't
me.
drink any alcohol. Eso no es lo que me está indicando.
Sí, pero yo no he tomado nada,
I
nada que
haven't
he
drank
tomado,
anything.
nada.
Nothing.
Y esto ni
They're telling me.
Eso
Ni
no es
lo he
que me están
movido.
diciendo. I haven't
no lo he
moved it.
movido
I
nada.
haven't moved it or anything.
That's not what they're telling me.
Eso no es lo que ellos me están indicando.
Pues no sé cómo, pero si yo no lo
Well,
he
I don't know how I
movido.
haven't moved it.
Y ni he tomado
I
nada,
haven't
nada.
drank or anything.
Nada.
I unfortunately don't know
Nuevamente,
how
no sé
you tamper
cómo
with the
fue
device, Mr. Lazo.
manipulado,
But from what I understand,
pero por lo que
I want you
entiendo,
to listen.
quiero que escuche.
You have somehow
De alguna
tampered
manera,
with the device. The
interferido
device is supposed to maintain a constant contact with your skin.
con su piel.
And the device
El aparato
lost contact with your skin for 25 hours.
Pues no.
Not only
I don't know why.
did it lose
No
contact, but during that duration,
De ese
they also
también
tested alcohol.
resultó en detector alcohol.
No he tomado alcohol, no sé por
I
qué
haven't
decir que
drank
alcohol, no he
alcohol.
tomado nada. Desde que él me dijo que no tomara, no he
If you
tomado
told
nada.
me I haven't, if
No
you told me
tomo
not
nada.
to, I haven't drank anything. I don't know why.
You got?
¿Qué tiene usted?
Well, Judge,
Bueno, es
I mean, this is my client's word
la palabra de mi cliente
versus
en
technology.
contra de la tecnología.
Being that it's an imperfect world,
Es
I
un
would
mundo
request the
imperfecto
court
de pedir que
admonish
la
him
corte lo
and
amoneste
make sure he gets the
que se
problem fixed.
asegure de que entienda.
Sorry, Mr. Lazo. You tampered with the device for 25 hours. What am I supposed to do? Just let you go?
¿Qué es lo que debería hacer? ¿Dejarlo ir?
No sé por qué, digo que siempre lo traigo igual, lo traigo donde
I don't
mismo
know.
y
I have
anda la
it
piel
the same
ahí.
every time. That's my skin.
Sí.
Judge, this is a second
Pues este es
DWI,
un
close to
segundo
2 car
caso,
accident, I think it should go
clasificado,
zero
entonces,
tolerance.
Yeah.
accidente, pienso
I
que
agree.
debería de ser
Taking you in.
Sí.
I'm sorry.
Va a entrar, lo siento.
The bond is set now at,
Entonces le ponemos entonces ahora
it's at $100. I'll set it at 5,001.
5,001.
Mr. Lazo, I need you to understand that we mean business. You can't tamper with the device for 25 hours. And they detect alcohol and think that
Alcohol,
good things are going to happen.
si no haces eso, buenas cosas hubieran sucedido.
No alcohol, nada, nunca. Y esto
Nothing,
siempre anda
no
igual.
alcohol, it's always the
No lo he
same.
movido.
The device tells me differently.
El aparato me está informando.
Goes with you.
Yo respeto.
I respect the things that you told me.
That's all. Please.
You need someone from the state.
Stay, please. You are Carlos Gomez.
Yes, sir.
Shh. Mr. Gomez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 180 days in jail to be probated for 12 months. Is this a second being reduced to a first? Is it a true first?
No, Judge, so he had a prior DWI that was dismissed via our PTI program.
Okay, so repeat offender then. Okay, the reason I'm asking you is because, or the reason I'm asking is because we have different types of education programs. You already did one education program and that didn't take. So now we have to do the repeat offender DWI education class in hopes that that one works because you pick up another one. From now on, you will be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. No more proverbial slaps on the wrist. Do you understand? You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, this will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. What do you think an officer is going to do if they come up to your car, they see DWI dismissed, DWI conviction, and then they smell alcohol? What do you think they're going to do? Sorry?
They take me.
I would venture a guess, no questions asked. Don't matter if it's just even the faintest smell of alcohol, faintest smell of weed, anything funky in your car, they smell it, they're going to take you down because all they look at, your priors and what you smell like. That 2 and 2 together, that's all they look at. Do you understand?
Sure.
So I would never, even if you had just a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car because it's a huge and it's a humongous financial gamble. Do you understand?
Sure.
As part of this agreement, you will do, like I said, the repeat offender DWI education class, 1 victim impact panel. You will also do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions like intensive outpatient treatment, supportive outpatient treatment program, you must fulfill those additional things. Substance abuse treatment, no drugs, no alcohol, random urinalysis, no breath test refusal. So if you're pulled over in a car and an officer asks you to submit to a breath sample, you must take it. Guardian interlock, 23 hours of community service, and a $100 one-time donation to the Houston Food Bank. Is this how you understand the agreement?
Sure.
If you fail to live up to your side of the bargain, you test positive for alcohol, don't do your classes on time, if you pick up a new case, if you drive on a suspended license, we will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. I'm going to roll you back out here in Orange. We're going to discuss whether you violated your probation. If you did, you're looking at 180 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Still want to do this? Okay, how do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Okay.
I'll find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, sentence you to it. Max, about the fines and fees and surcharges, what do you do for a living, sir?
Driving.
What kind of money do you make? You have a CDL?
Yes, I got you.
You realize that the CDL is now going to be suspended. You realize that a second DWI conviction, you'll lose that CDL for life. Do you realize that? Yeah, a second DWI conviction, you'll lose the CDL for a life. When you are a CDL driver, you are held to a higher standard. The entire world is at a 0.08 legally, right? For what they consider intoxication. When you have a CDL, it's even lower. It's at a 0.04 or 0.05. You are held to a higher standard because you were supposed to be better, do better because of that CDL. You will be required to pay the supervisory fees. And I want you to understand that if you don't pay it, you will go to jail. Every $100 that you owe is 1 day in jail that you will do. So we have to get through to you somehow. I hope that this is it. But you got to understand that on our streets, every single day, someone dies from a DWI. And it's truly a pathetic and sad thing. That's what we are trying to prevent. And I hope that this is the last time.
Yeah.
You understand? Because if not, we have a jail just waiting for you. All right. Good luck, sir. All right. So 3,000 and then whatever the court costs are, and then 2 years.
Zero point 228.
I don't have the paper here.
This was the one we were emailing. He was on for today. And then
She put it on for tomorrow, and then I guess I sent an email to keep it on for today. And I guess I never got it.
You have the case number?
No, do you mind?
252-8814.
That trial case we had, Judge, where we came to that global resolution with Fort Bend's DWI court.
And now you have bond violations. You have an open DWI here. You have an open DWI in Fort Bend. And now you have bond violations.
Judge, I think we can explain. Yeah. Judge, he works for Mattel, the toy company, and his shift was starting at 9 o'clock, and the company changed it. It sounds like quickly changed it to 6:30 a.m. Takes him about 45 minutes to get there. I have his logs where he's logged in showing 6:30. His granddad is driving him to work. It takes about 45 minutes. My understanding is he communicated with pretrial about the need to get to work or that he went to work. And hopefully it would, if we had the GPS data, it would show that he went from his home to his place of work straight.
Any other violations?
No, Judge.
So what are the timing violations?
It was an unapproved leave, so he left early at 5:41 in the morning, and his curfew is at 6, or he's allowed to leave at 6.
Okay, that's it?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, I'm not going to ding you on that. Just,
We would like to ask you to consider making it from 6 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. Would that allow you to get to work by 6:30?
yes, I'm okay with that, Troy. I mean, if it's just a matter of trying to get to work and that's the nature of the violation, I get it. But come to us first. If they change your duties at work, if they change your time at work, you got to come and let us know so that we can change it for you. Don't just start doing things on your own because then things go haywire. You have to answer up. So I'm okay with you going to work. I'm okay if you need more time, but ask, okay? And you want 5:30 in the morning?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, you got it.
And So we thought that setting in Port Bend was yesterday. We thought it was going to be on 12/4. It's on 12/20. He's supposed to be entering into a DWI program. It looks like there's some steps I'm trying to keep up with what.
And
he
it's to
needs
set
to
it the
do.
day after that day or the couple days after?
Beginning of the year. I mean, do you have I don't mind coming back if you have dockets.
Yeah, we don't go anywhere. We're here, so I would like to hopefully end this before the end of the year. That way he's in the program throughout the holidays. That way there's no temptation, throughout that time. So what day in Fort Bend do you have court?
December 20th.
December 20th. Okay, so why don't we set it? That's that Friday. So if you want to set it the next week, any day, not Monday though, because I'm going to be gone that Monday, but any other day other than that Monday, I'm okay with. Yeah. Okay. All right.
And any chance he can drive, Judge? He has the interlock device, right?
Yes, I have one.
I'm not. No. Don't push your luck. You have 2 open DWIs. I'm not letting you drive. No, you scare me, dude. No. And it's nearing the holidays. Get in the program, and then we're done here. Right? You're off mine. I think this case gets dismissed, right?
Yes, sir.
Once this case gets dismissed, you're under no more of my jurisdiction. You can do whatever you want, right? So it's an incentive to get you to work this thing, to get this thing done once and for all. I mean, you're literally in the home stretch, right? You got what? About 2 weeks, you're in.
All right.
Do what you need to do. Get in. All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys. Good luck. Can you see whether he's given a PR bond? I know, he just bonded out, that's why. But we need to do conditions, that's why. But I want to know whether he bonded out or they give him a PR bond, because I don't see it. It's not.
It was a surety bond.
It was? Okay.
Let me look at the other one.
Is this a situation?
It was surety bond on both of them.
Okay. Mr. Tujakas, I hope that you understand that we mean business. I will protect every person of Harris County. I don't care who you are. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what gender you are. I don't care if you're a small farm animal. I will protect every single person. You don't put your hands on anyone. And if you pick up a third case, I'm going to do la cucaracha on all of your bonds. Do you understand? I'm going to go absolutely bonkers on your bonds if you pick up a third case. You are not to have any contact with any of the complaining witnesses in these cases. You're not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs. You're not to be in possession of any weapons. Anything else, State?
You said no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons. We would also say no contact with the complainant,
Yeah.
Judge.
I
And
think that
maybe a
goes without
residency
saying.
restriction.
So we did
He lives there.
we removed the residential restriction yesterday, the residential restriction, because counsel said that he lived at that address, but I need to make sure now that he's out that she's not living there. Do you have? Oh, she's in custody. That's right. That's right. She's in jail. Okay, so no, I'm going to leave it as, so the complaining witness is in custody here with us because she has an open PCS out of Travis County. And I don't, do you still have the cost number on that one? Is there a bond that's?
Number yet, it's bond denied until
It's bond denied. Okay, so it's bond denied, so she can't get out until that 10th day hits, at which point we will set a bond and then go from there. So You know now what's expected of you. Don't mess up. Do you understand? You must also remain in contact with your lawyers. If your lawyers tell me that they can't get a hold of you because you're playing games and you're not responding to phone calls, text messages, likewise, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm not asking for much. I just want my county protected. That's it. And I'm going to do it at all costs. Do you understand? Okay. All right.
Thank you, excuse me.
Got it. So he's going to be monitored through pretrial just for no alcohol, no dope. Good morning, Mr. Egan. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On November 28, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on defendant's motor vehicle after observing it pass him at a high rate of speed, make multiple lane changes, and swerve in and around cars in a reckless manner. Officer accelerated to catch up to defendant and reached speeds of over 100 miles per hour to keep up with him. The defendant traveled about 7 miles in about 4 minutes. Upon contact with the defendant, officer observed glassy eyes, a strong odor of alcoholic beverage, an open beer can in the center console, a 6-pack of beer in the passenger seat, and spilt beer that was still cool to the touch in the front passenger seat.
Drinking while driving?
Yes, Judge. The defendant admitted to drinking. SFSTs were conducted, 4 out of 6 HGN, 6 out of 8 walk and turn, 2 out of 4 one-leg stand. DICs were read and consented to. The defendant blew a .147 and a .139. He does have an eligible driver's license, Judge.
Can you look to see if he has any prior DWIs, please?
He had a DWI out of Travis County, but he was released without prosecution, Judge. So it's just a charge.
2 things. I am ordering you not to drive at all. You will be signing an affidavit with me today, Mr. Egan. This is a promise that you're going to make to me that you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what your excuse is. I don't care if Mother Teresa needs to ride to church. If I find that you drive, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive because it's an offense in and of itself. Do you understand? I'm also now ordering you to obtain a handheld interlock device that you're going to take with you everywhere you go to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol. At the next time, if I find that you violate conditions, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand me? We are sending a court order to DPS in Austin so that every single officer in this state will know that if you are pulled over, any car that you're to drive must have an ignition interlock on it. I'm ordering you not to drive at all. But if at some point you do, by some miracle, get the ability to drive, I'm ordering you not to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an ignition interlock on it. So if you're caught driving a vehicle and it doesn't have an interlock on it, you will go to jail. Do you understand? And then if I find that you drive, we can have a contempt hearing. So just don't drive and don't use alcohol. Do you understand? Or illegal drugs. We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I'll get you to Ramona Center.
No, sir. You're still talking. Sorry.
I will get you to Ramona Center reset. You will then get with Felicia for your bond conditions. And after that, we'll let you go. Don't pick up any new cases. Behave yourself, because I'm going to tell you now, Mr. Egan, I will do everything in my power to protect my streets. And if that means locking you up and putting your bond in a sky high amount, I'll do it in a heartbeat. Do you understand? All right. How old are you, sir?
17.
Are you here with anyone today?
No.
Can you go get her, please? Hi, Mom. Whose baby is this? Okay. I was afraid that he was telling me at 17 he had a new baby. I was about to just, babies having babies. Thank you, Lord. Okay. He's charged with evading arrest or First off, thank you for coming. He's charged with evading arrest or detention. He's facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. I have no idea what happened. We're going to see whether there's enough evidence to go forward or not. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir.
On November 3rd, 2024, the officer was on patrol when he self-initiated a call for service in regard to a stolen vehicle. The officer was advised that a record driver was following the stolen vehicle, confirmed through NCIC, and upon contact with the stolen vehicle, the officer attempted to conduct a traffic stop. The co-defendant, driver of the vehicle, failed to yield to the officer's emergency lights and sirens and evaded the vehicle. The driver of the vehicle ran a red light and drove the wrong way in traffic, endangering the occupants of the vehicle. The defendant and another co-defendant and the driver, after the defendant finally pulled over, he evaded on foot along with the co-defendant. All suspects ignored all orders to stop and attempted to run in an effort to hide and evade for approximately 30 yards. A search of the motor vehicle revealed 2 firearms, one of which was reported stolen.
So what's Mr. Quinn's involvement in this? Where is he? Tell me he's not the driver.
No, Your Honor. It appears a co-defendant was the driver. He was a passenger that fled whenever they.
So you said how many passengers were there?
It seems there were 2 co-defendants and the defendant, so 3 occupants in the vehicle.
Total, okay. And where is he? Do you know?
Does not say where he was in the vehicle, just that he was an occupant inside. I can check the offense report.
And then do you have cause numbers for the co-defendants by chance?
I have a cause number for one of the co-defendants.
Okay, let me have it.
It is 253-7051.
Hernandez, Diana?
That's Xavier Houston?
Yes, Judge.
Yes.
That's with he's with court 9.
It's the lowercase n.
What's the other cause number, do you know?
We only have the one connected defendant.
That's only one judge that we have connected on our end.
The other one, I'm sure, got the felony UUMB though, right?
He was likely charged, but they just didn't connect it with ours.
He's in juvenile court. The driver is juvenile court.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, it's a juvenile.
In the OR, it says the
That's-
driver was identified as a juvenile, and then the 2 passengers, including the defendant, paid on foot.
I want to keep it. I don't want to send him. I want to keep him. So I know that he's doing well. Mr. Quinn, I'm sending you for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system now. What are you doing with yourself these days? Shh.
Right now, just look for a job.
He's also in school.
That's what I want to know.
Okay, this incident that occurred.
I don't want to talk about the case. God put eyes in our head for forward thinking, right? So we move forward, not in the back of our head. I don't care. I want to know what's going on in the future. And my only concern is that he's not hanging out with other knuckleheads, getting into more trouble and staying in school and getting an education, because that's what life is about. Life is about having a lot of money, not ending up in back with a number on your back perpetually because you hang out with people like this. You're not allowed to have people anymore. You're not allowed to smoke weed, get in trouble, and you're not allowed to be out in the middle of the night. Do you understand? If I find that you start messing with us in any way, I'm going to put you in jail. And the problem is every time you go to jail, it's going to cost your mom to get you out. Instead of giving that money to the baby, she's getting it to you to get out. It's not going to happen. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
It doesn't say where he was in the vehicle, Judge. It just says that there were 2 passengers.
Okay. Are you in high school now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm making it a condition of your bond that you graduate and that you stay in high school full time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'll try to take care of as much as I can for you. You know, I know that you probably have it tough. I'll take away all the costs so you won't have to pay for anything. Who else do you have at home?
I have other children.
Okay. Do you work?
Yes, I do work.
Okay.
I work.
When you're gone, what happens to him?
He's at home with his other siblings.
Okay.
I'm home by 11. I work 3 to 11.
I was going to give him a curfew. Is that okay?
That's fine.
What do you think is an appropriate time for a night? 9 o'clock? Is that okay?
10.
Okay.
Because he is about to start working, so I do want him to be able to go to work.
I don't want him out in the middle of the night because nothing good happens at 1, 2 in the morning, and I don't want him smoking weed. I'm going to test you today. If you test positive, I get it, but after today it stops because I will test you again in 40 days. And if you test again positive, that tells me that you've continued to smoke. If you test positive, because I don't know, and if you continue, I'm going to lock you up. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm not asking much. I'm asking you to be a good kid, stay in school, and help your mom. Do you think she wants to be here today?
Okay.
Right. No, she's got better things to do. Not only that, you're in a allegedly stolen car. What if someone comes out and tries to shoot your ass dead? It's not your car. People die every day because they start shooting in the cars that's not there, you know? No more. Your life is hard enough as it is as a young African-American. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. When you end up with criminal charges, all you're doing is making life more difficult. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll give you my card. If he starts acting up at home, just let me know and we'll take care of him for you. If you ever need anything, come back, let us know. We'll take care of it for you. I'll give you a lawyer today, but I want to know what's in the system today. Okay. And then he's not to have any contact with these other people and just stay in school. You want him to work. If you ever need anything, just let the lawyer know and we'll take care of it. Okay. Stephen, please. All right. That way.
I'm approaching on Mr. Quinn. He's on today's docket. You sent him for a drug test.
Yes. Is he back?
He's back and I'll let pretrial speak for themselves, but I believe he came back positive for THC.
Okay.
I've already explained to him that while he's on bond, no more marijuana.
Come up, Mr. Quinn. Yeah, good. Who's he here with, Dad or Mom? No, he was here with someone. Mom was here earlier.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll just bring him up. So did he test positive for just marijuana? Anything else?
I believe it's just the THC. But I would need to confirm that. Pretrial.
Alicia,
Yes, Judge.
did he test positive for anything else? Just marijuana?
Just marijuana.
Okay. No more. Stops today. And I don't care.
My daughter doesn't understand.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I don't care if you come up here and tell me that you were in a car and everybody was hotboxing. I don't care if you tell me that you were at a party. I don't care if you tell me it was CBD. I don't care if you tell me it was whatever it was. You test positive again, I will keep you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
No excuses, no marijuana, and you stay in school. And I'm going to put a monitor so I know where you are at all times. You are not allowed out in the middle of the night. And I'm giving you a curfew and you're not to hang out with the co-defendants in this case. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Any false move, I will keep you. And I don't care if your mom is kicking, screaming, this, that. You're old enough to know that actions have consequences. When you're out there, you think before you act. If I do this, am I going to get in trouble? If I say this, what's going to happen? Think before you act.
Yes, sir.
Think before you speak. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You start fighting in high school or wreak havoc out there, I'm not going to take it. Anything else?
Just a regular reset on this one, Judge?
40 days.
Okay.
Because then he'll be tested again. So around 42, 43 days, we'll test him again on his next return. And then the monitor that we're putting on your ankle needs to be charged on a daily basis. If you fail to charge it, the battery will go dead. And if the battery goes dead, so does your bond. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you ever have any issues, you can always call Anna. She's as tenacious as can be, and she will help you out as much as possible. But if you try to come up here with excuses, it will go in this year and it will go out that year. Understand?
Yes, sir.
This life is but one chance. And it is like, it's a ride. And it can be either a great ride where you're filled with vacations, expensive cars, nice restaurants where you go to Michelin, or it can be it can be a toilet, miserable of an existence without money. You're begging for this, you're begging for that. You never buy anything. You're constant fighting with everybody because You ain't got no money, and it all starts right here. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Make me proud.
Thank you. 3 weeks, use judge.
Judge, would you like the device installed today as well?
Today. Yes, ma'am. And waive all the fees, please.
Excuse me, and your client dropped.
Oh, thank you.
Well, that's already not a good sign.
There's one more.
Good morning, Mr. Wilson.
How's it going?
Mr. Wilson, you're charged with terroristic threat. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir.
Understood.
How old are you, sir?
18 years old.
Here with anyone today?
No, sir.
Yes, Judge. On October 9th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a terroristic threat call at Vape City in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the witness. The witness stated the defendant, an employee, arrived and began yelling, "Where the fuck is she at? Where is she at?" The witness stated he was confused as to who the defendant was referring to and stated the defendant mentioned the name of Millie, the manager of the store. The witness stated he told the defendant the manager was not at the location, to which the defendant began yelling, "When she fucking comes back, you call me, you let me know because I got something for her ass. She fired the wrong fucking one, and I hope it was worth the fucking job. Her ass is the one on the line." The witness stated he became afraid as the defendant got louder with each statement. The witness stated the defendant tapped a solid unknown item in the front of his waistband, which the witness stated was possibly a gun. The witness stated he informed the complainant of the incident, and this complainant advised the defendant was recently fired. The complainant stated she reported the incident to management and was ordered not to go to the store. The complainant stated she was in fear for her life and felt unsafe going to work.
Mr. Wilson, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. If I test you now, what are you going to test positive for?
For alcohol. I do
I'm
it
going
in front of
to send you for a drug and alcohol test. You're to come right back. If you fail to come back, if you fail to take the test, I will issue a warrant. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
you. Understood.
Okay, I'll have you take the test while I come back, and then we'll talk about your lawyer situation when you get back, sir.
Right this way.
Over here first.
All right, Judge, next is page 16. Lynch, come on up. All right, go ahead and sign for the reception.
Emma Lynch.
Yes, sir.
Miss Lynch, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On November 3rd, 2024, an officer was dispatched to a possible intoxicated driver. The witness, a Harris County toll authority record, advised that he observed the defendant's vehicle stopped in the entrance ramp of West Little York Road to the West Sam Houston Parkway North, and observed the defendant's motor vehicle stop erratically on the roadway and jump over the curb on the service road. The officer conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's vehicle after observing it to have been traveling at a low rate of speed and failed to stop at a designated stopping point. The defendant initially accelerated as the officer approached. Upon contact with the defendant, the officer observed her to have a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, slurred speech, red glassy eyes, and major disorientation. The officer also observed the defendant to have been swaying and have difficulty keeping her eyes open. The defendant's passenger advised the defendant was drinking. HGN was performed, 6 out of 6. The defendant denied to perform walk and turn and one leg stand. The DIC was read, but the defendant refused, and a blood warrant was signed and executed.
Okay. Any priority to be honest?
There was a dismissal out of Bryan County in 2023.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Yes, that was the only other DWI judge, but she also had a failure to ID, giving false or fictitious information, also out of Bryan County, and she received 12 months probation from that. And those were both out of the same transaction. Yes.
Got it. Okay. Ms. Lynch, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now. Let me ask you, do you have a Texas driver license? Do you have liability insurance in your name? Can you run her license, Alex, please? I'm now placing a restriction on your license. You're not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an ignition interlock on it. If you're caught driving a vehicle that doesn't have an interlock, then you will go to jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. I am filing paperwork now with the Texas Department of Public Safety so that every officer knows you are supposed to drive a vehicle that has an interlock. If you're caught driving one that doesn't, they will take you to jail.
She's eligible.
Got it. I am also ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. You will be randomly tested. If you test positive for drugs or alcohol, likewise, you will go to jail. If you continually test positive, that tells me that you have a problem, and I can have a contempt hearing, hold you in contempt, slap you with 180 days, probate it for 2 years, and put you in a rehab facility. Don't. If you have a problem with drugs or alcohol, address it, because if it becomes a problem, I'm going to take care of it. And I promise you're not going to like the way that I do it. Do you understand? Okay. I will have you sign. How old are you, ma'am?
Oh,
What do you do for a living?
I work at a perfume kiosk, but I'm in nursing school as well. So
You're in
nursing school.
nursing school. Okay. Would you like to apply for an appointed lawyer, ma'am? Okay. Do you mind giving an application? We'll have you fill out an application. I need to know whether you qualify. I'll have you sign Aretha Victoria. You'll meet with Felicia for your bond conditions, and then we'll have you take your signature next mail. Please.
All right, go ahead and sign.
Just gonna ask you how to do it. Okay. Gotcha.
Why are you not staying in touch with your lawyer?
Bad cell connection or something.
Yeah, he reached out to me, Judge, that weekend.
You were set for trial tomorrow. You were supposed to meet with him for trial to get ready. And here you are playing Helen Keller the whole time. Mr. Thomas, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail credit for the 9 days that you've done. What are you doing with yourself these days?
Just working.
Where?
I work for a temp agency.
How much money do you make a month?
Anywhere between 1500.
It's not on docket today. That's what I was looking. You know, one of the things that I don't want you to think is that this is a joke. And we give you a lawyer in an effort to try to help you out. Because we understand that you have issues, that you may have, not the best job out there. And so here in the court system, we try to do everything possible to try to help out as many as we can for the short time that we have here. And when you continually refuse to abide by bond conditions, and when you refuse to communicate with your lawyer, that tells us that you just don't give a rat's behind about us, about the charge, that you think it's a joke when it's not. It's a serious, serious charge. And here you are working your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, now 16th charge. How many of those charges have you gotten a court-appointed lawyer on?
All of them.
I guess that's why you consider this a joke, because we continue to give you things. If I give my child something, they don't take care of it. But if I make them work for it and I make them, hey, you got to pay for this, chances are they will treat it a lot better. You give them a car, how are they going to treat it versus if you make them work for it? You will be required to pay the surcharges in this case. I will pay for the court-appointed lawyer. I will pay your court costs, but you will be required to pay the fines and fees and surcharges to DPS. And I'm going to suspend your license for 180 days. And I hope in the future, moving forward, that you truly appreciate this, because with your record, if you were ever in a car and you smell like alcohol or dope, what do you think is going to happen? What we're doing today, from now on, you are facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. So if I were you, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, a spliff, don't get into a car because you're begging for issues. And I truly hope that you appreciate this, because like I said, from now on, you're looking at a lot of time. And due on your priors, it's a minimum of 90 days in jail. Do you understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. Under federal law, you give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this or undo this. Do you understand? How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Was this a 0.15 or above, or was it just? Okay. All right, sir. I'll have you see the clerk. All right. Guys, ready?
Alvin Douglas, the one we set the discovery compliance hearing for next. I just was going to ask the court if I can waive my client's appearance.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Okay, can you call me up at THA, please? Vic, can you call me up at THA?
Yes, the first one is page 4, Castillo, come on up. Luis Castillo,
How many we got?
I think it's like 5.
Okay. Tell me.
May I approach very quickly? I've got 2 different things to show. One is the actual bond from the immigration court. So there.
Wow, 15,000.
Right. And then here is the wire transfer to the Treasury Department showing that it has been paid as well.
It's a transfer, but there's no bond paperwork.
Well, that is the bond paperwork.
No, but that's the order granting a bond.
Right. And
that's not the actual bond.
So, and then the transfer is the payment. So the way that, like, he's good to go because it's showing that once the bond is paid, they release him from his released So that is the form that and I got that one from his immigration attorney. So that's what they send, and then the wire transfer goes out. And then I guess once he is
Okay, what do you want from us?
The 5,000 bond, I think, the $5,000 bond, I think it's appropriate with the conditions for the ankle monitor and the right hairs.
Okay, so I'm going to have to bring him out to admonish him real quick. So let me do this, and then, but yeah, we'll
Thank you.
do that. Yeah, all right. You, Elise Castillo, do you have a lawyer today, ma'am?
No, I do not.
Tell me what you're doing about that.
I'm sorry.
What are you doing about that?
I was unable to attain a lawyer because I lost my job.
What were you doing beforehand? Okay,
And I'm doing temporary work, like part-time with my brother's security company. I have a license on armed security, but that's not guaranteed. He gives me a day or 2 depending on what they have available.
okay, we'll have you fill out an application. I'll take a look at it, but I need to know everything about you, what kind of house you live in, what kind of cars you have, how many cars, how much money in the bank. Don't just put zeros because I'm going to send it right back to you. I need everything filled out to check it out, okay? Please.
Crawford, come on up, page 6. This way.
So you do the surcharges, right?
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Crawford. Do you have a lawyer today?
I need one, a court-appointed lawyer.
So what do you do for a living, ma'am?
I'm a surgical technician, but I only work 2 days a week. I'm a mom of 2. I don't only work 2 days.
How come?
To take them to school, I take care of one. I have an 8 and 1 year old, take one at
Are you
home.
married or are you?
Well, dad take care of them, but we don't pay, he doesn't pay me, I take care of my household, we take care of his.
So you didn't get support for the children?
No, but they go over there, but he doesn't give me any money.
Okay, I'll have you fill out an application. Ma'am, your case is now 36 days old. Have you done anything with the administrative hearing?
I did, I filed it myself, and I haven't heard anything.
You need to hire a lawyer for that, okay?
Yeah.
The lawyer that we give you, if we give you one today, will not take care of that. You're gonna have to do that on your own.
So I
Okay?
did file the
Okay.
hearing, but.
Can't give you legal advice. All I can
Okay.
say is that you need a lawyer to represent you in that administrative license revocation hearing. So take care and take notice because there's a lot of consequence with that.
Yeah.
So I'm serious. The lawyer that we give you here only takes care of the criminal case, not the administrative case versus DPS. And you need to do that probably pretty quick.
Yeah, I filed that, I haven't heard anything, so, okay.
You need a lawyer to represent you on that. Yeah.